I ask you now, aren't you tired? Tired of the waiting? Tired of the situation? Tired of it all just being the same? Aren't you tired of the excuses? Tired of the blaming? Tired of the wishing and dreaming? Aren't you tired of yourself? When will you be too tired? Tired of putting change on everyone else? There's one ship and one captain. I feel bad for those that see it any other way. I feel bad for anyone that thinks someone else is in control because it is a losing game. It is your life, and every choice you make, every way you react is your choice, no matter how hard it is to do it different. So if you do it different, it will be different because you are in control. Everything else was meant to happen how it happened. Now the only thing that can be different next time is you.
All right, this is Daily Knowledge with Stein. We are back after a long break. Yes, with episode 9. And yes, we have video now. I was doing the audio before, just on Anchor, but I'm doing the video now. So, episode 9. What are we talking about today? I was inspired by someone on Instagram that I follow who commented on the post that I posted. And here was the post. Let me find it for you. I gotta find it first. Give me a second. It won't be too long. I should have had it pulled up already, I'm not gonna lie. But I didn't, so too bad for you. But it is not that far down here. All right, here we are. Many nice people go through so much because it's hard for them to realize they are being entitled. And that is what we're talking about today. Entitlement. To be exact, kindness and entitlement is the topic of this podcast. I'm gonna be a character in video podcast. Okay, let's continue. So, kindness and entitlement, okay? The thing about this, okay? Kindness and entitlement, they don't go together. That's just simple, okay? And what a lot of people don't realize is that nobody is entitled to anything. And a lot of people love to take entitled, and switch it with the word deserve. Sorry, it's the same thing. Sorry to break it to you, but it means you're entitled if you think you deserve something, because you don't, okay? And we're gonna break it down here a little bit. We're gonna break down some rules, some ideas that you can use, think of, do. Might make sense, might not make sense. Who knows? Maybe it'll help somebody, and maybe it won't. But let's start out. I don't know why I have this pen. I should have left it on the table. But we have the rich white kid entitlement, okay? This is the one people love to make fun of, okay? I'm pretty sure I did too when I was younger. Pretty sure, that's why I know about it, We make fun of like the little rich kid, little typical white kid, just asks his mom for everything, and curses and shouts at his mom and yells at his mom, and where all the black kids like, man, that was my mom, she would have beat my ass. That's the first entitlement, that people know and think of when they think of entitlement. It's like they think of, I'm not that, without realizing that is one example of it. Extreme example of it, okay? You see my eyes? Extreme, okay? And the extreme ones are honestly better than the not-extreme ones, because when it's extreme, you kind of know it's there. And when it's not, you start to become delusional because you don't realize it. Which is why it said Nice people go through hard times. No. Nice people go through so much because it's hard for them to realize they're being entitled. That little rich white kid entitlement, that's the easy shit, okay? Once you realize it, you know, it's very clear, honestly. You decide to fix it, you can fix it, but the lesser ones that are hard to notice, those are the ones that suck because you don't notice them. Let's start off with one I already mentioned, deserve. Okay, let's get this straight. I gotta move up in my seat. Nobody deserves anything. Okay, when you say I deserve this, why didn't I get first place? I deserved first place. I deserved that. I deserved this. First of all, here's a simple fact about deserve. If you deserve it, well then you'd have it. Is it rude that I'm chewing gum while I'm doing this? I don't know. That against the rules. It is my podcast, so I guess I can do whatever I want. But I feel like I'm against the rules right now. Is it loud? Y'all can let me know in the comments. Okay. But deserve. Okay? Nobody deserves anything. We need to get that off the table and set and clear. Nobody. It's impossible to deserve something. Just some people are born situationally into better life. Okay? Some people got money already, you know, and they get everything they want. Doesn't mean they deserve the things they're getting. Just because you were born into life where you got to just work and struggle for everything doesn't mean you deserve to have the things they have. They just got lucky. That's luck, okay? Being born into a good household with money, purely lucky, because we're just born. We just come out a hole and then we're stuck with two parents or one. Shit, some people have none, with certain finances and situations in a certain environment, in a certain country, city, one day, planet, you know. Who knows? Nobody knows. It's just luck. Just luck. That's why nobody can deserve it, because luck. Even if you are LeBron James and he never won a single one of his rings, even though he was as great as he is, does that mean, does he deserve to have a ring? Does he deserve to have a ring? Even though he was so great, but he still never won one. Because he never had the right people around him or something. You know, does that mean he deserved to have one even though he was so great? I don't think so. Because if you deserved it, you would have got it. Simple as that. You get what you deserve. You don't deserve what, well, I want to say it's right. I want to say it. You get what you deserve. But you don't deserve what you want. So, we can come back to this topic later, you know. I'm more of a ask me questions and I answer them kind of guy, but I'm trying something new here. I'm trying to present ideas to you. But let's go on to the next one. Oh. I forgot this was next. All right. I already did the second one, the last one, but it's all right. Okay, it's okay. The last one, it's pretty much the last one at this point. Love entitlement, or relationship entitlement. Oh my gosh, this is a big one. Okay, I was writing some like few like kind of topics down earlier, and I came across this one, you know, and because of this one, our topic in about 2 weeks is going to be the same thing. It's going to be about relationships because of this. We'll talk about that later. But love entitlement. This is the worst one. Okay, let me lay it out for you. It doesn't matter how good you treat somebody at all. They don't owe you anything. Just because You treat them perfectly. You give them everything you want. You buy them things. You do the nasty with them. You know, all them things. It does not mean that they need to love you. I'm sorry. It is hard. It is hard. It's a hard thing to hear, but it's the truth. Please tell me why. It's like saying just because you showed up to school, you deserve an A. Not really. Actually, that doesn't translate very well. No, that doesn't translate at all. We'll use a different one, metaphor. Not really. Well, actually, if you think about it, it does translate, you know, because you're supposed to go to school. And you think just because you're supposed to go to school, you get an A, and you're supposed to treat them right. Just because you treat them right doesn't mean you get the love. So it does translate in a sense, but I still don't like it, you know. But it just doesn't work, you know, because, like, let's just see. You cannot control another human being, okay? You are not in their head, okay? You don't know what they're thinking. Your actions will not dictate their actions, okay? You can't just believe as long as you do the right things will happen. No. You have to do the right things by you because it's the right thing to do, okay? This is why kind people get hurt. They think, I am a kind person. I'm being a kind person, and therefore good things should happen to me. No. You're being a kind person because a kind person is the thing to do. But how do you protect yourself from the bad? That's the interesting part, okay? Because here's the thing with entitlement, okay? Now, here's the thing. When you realize, I'm gonna take my gum out now, it's kind of messing me up, honestly. All right, it's out. I'm not worried about it now. I kept my wrapper on lockdown next to me, so we're good. Water. So, where's that one again? I forgot. You remember? I don't remember. So, entitlement and kindness. You see, here's the thing. When you're too kind, without realizing that you are entitled, you just get used. Because you do a lot of good things thinking the good things are going to come back in return. That's not how it really works. When you do a good thing, you are in a sense putting yourself out there to be finessed. Okay? So, I helped somebody with leaving the grocery store with their cart, you know? Two old couples, they finished putting their stuff in their car. And she was kind of looking, oh, where should I bring the cart? Should I bring it back inside or bring it over there? And now my car was right next to the cart return thing. So I was like, I got it for you. Got it for? Put it in the cart. There's a low level of chance in my act of kindness right there that I was going to get finessed. Okay? Very low chance. Okay? Wasn't going to happen. But when you tell someone that they can borrow $1,000, there is a very high chance that you could get finessed in a way that hurts, you know? Like, when you're being kind, you're giving out the ability to be finessed. Now, this doesn't mean don't be kind, don't be a nice person, have trust issues, you know? That's just, there's no such thing as trust issues, okay? Trust issues is fear of a situation. That's all they are. You fear a situation happening. That's what trust issues are. There's no issues of trust. If you want to say you have trust issues, we can live. I'm sure there are some very vivid thoughts in your head, situations that when you say trust issues that come into your head, like, I don't want this to happen. You're not. There's no trust issues. You're scared of the situation. So how do you stop the situation? How do you control the possibility of being finessed? It's very simple, you know. It's very simple. I realized it one day. You don't give more than you can. End of story. Might as well just leave right now. Like, the podcast is over. Like, we're done. We're done. The episode is done. But I'm not gonna leave. I need to explain myself a little bit, don't I? Look, somebody asks you for $1,000. If they do not return that $1,000, if you will be in panic, then you don't give them that $1,000. Simple as that. You know why? Because you cannot be that nice. You can't. If your kindness is going to hurt you financially, physically is a little different, you know. Kindness can be, you know, saving a life, you know, something like that, you know, but especially financially, emotionally, those super goals right there, then you should not be kind in that situation. Why my fingers look so skinny when I do that? You see that? It's weird. But you should not be kind in those situations, because you can't. It's gonna hurt you. And until you are developed enough to be able to either to handle the situation that's too much mentally for you to do, or until you got enough money so that $1,000, like, oh, $1,000, here you go, I'm good. I can still pay my rent. I can still pay my car. I can pay my phone. I can still pay this and that, and I still have an extra $10,000 left over. You know, $1,000. I can help you out real quick. You're my friend. No worries. I don't even want it back. That's the best way to be kind. Is when you are kind, and you don't even want what you gave back. There we go. So, first production here, you know, had a little setback. Should have put the phone on airplane mode, but I didn't. But we're good. I lost my train of thought a little bit, but I figured out what I was talking about. So, like I was saying, okay, if you know, when you're able to give without wanting anything back, that's when, you know, you're truly in a good place, you know? Like, there's not much that I ever do, you know, if it's gonna hurt me, you know? It's like, unless it's like an emergency, like, you know, family, like really, really close, ooh, got cold right there, but like really, really close friend, like, I can't help, because in the end it's gonna hurt me, and, you know, you have to take care of yourself first, you know. What's that saying? Is it if you only love yourself, I got it. If you don't love yourself, who will? If you only love yourself, what are you? But I added to the end of that. But remember what always comes first: loving yourself. You know, you gotta love yourself. You gotta take care of yourself first, you know, and then you give what you're able to. You know how much I want to explain this. Give what you're able to. Do not think you are entitled to anything. Because here's the thing: you aren't entitled to anything, and no one is entitled to anything to you. See, this is something else that you start to get into when you get into this. When you really get into this, the idea of honesty, you know, when you're being truly honest, say, hey, I cannot help you because of this. If I give you this money, I don't want to take the risk. Okay, I don't want to take the risk of giving you this money or giving you this or that. That's the honest truth. Doesn't matter if it's you, doesn't matter if it's anyone else. Like, I don't want to take it. Like, maybe if it was like my mom and dad who've done so much for me already, them, okay, maybe. But this is not a risk I can take right now, because if I don't get it back, financially, it's gonna mess with me, and then financial things can mess with me mentally, and I can't do it. And if someone doesn't understand your honest truth, you being honest with them and not being able to help, they have a problem, okay? I'm not saying they have a problem, but guess what? They're entitled. Simple as that. They think they're, just because they helped you, you need to help them. That's not true. That's the right thing to do. You know, someone helps you, you help them. But if you can, that's what people don't understand. You know, that's what people don't understand. You have a friend, you always do this and that and forward. And then you ask them for something and they say they can't. Then you get mad at them. There's two types of friends. Maybe they just don't like you. Like, here's the thing. If it's something simple like, hey, can you call me tonight? And they say no. Okay, I'm not, you must have some real like mental blocks or something if you can't even call me tonight, you know? Like, what's going on, you know? But like, if you ask them for some money, they're like, they can't, they might not be able to. Just because you helped them before doesn't mean when you need help, they will be able to help you. They probably want to. Most people want to help you, but doesn't mean they're going to be able to help you when you need your help. You know, that's the hard thing about life. You know, it's not going to work out perfectly. But here's the thing: if you find friends who, when you need help and they can help, they are willing to help, those are good friends. You know, when they're just honest with you about why they can't help. You know, especially like, I'm not gonna lie, I can respect someone when if I ask them for something or to do something, they're just like, I don't want to. That's simple as that. I just don't want to. Like, that is all I need to hear. Then that is okay. You're allowed to not want to. No matter what it is that I've given you. It doesn't matter. You're allowed to. I could have given you $1 million. If you want to help me out, okay. I'm not entitled to your help because I was kind to you, okay? Naturally, people want to help if you're kind to them, but it doesn't mean I am. And mostly the people that do, you know, is people that are able to, you know? People usually do help when they're able to. But the problem with everybody is the hypocrisy, you know? When someone asks them for help and then they're not able to help, they expect the person to understand why they're not able to help, and they get mad at them. Then they do the same thing to someone else. They want help from someone else, and they get mad at them when they say no. It's like you just wanted someone to understand why you couldn't help, even though you wanted to, but you can't understand why someone else can't help when they want to. That's the problem. That's the problem. This entitlement thing is killing people, okay? It needs to be fixed, needs to be worked out, because it's not okay. It is not okay. Nice people are dropping left and right, you know? Just kindness does not mean you receive kindness back. If you're going to be kind, you do it because you want to be kind. As Gary Vee said, doing the right thing is always the right thing. End of story. Game, set, match. That's it. There's nothing else to it after that. You just do the right thing because you want to do it. There's no other reason to do it but that. When you get nothing back for it, you better be happy, because that's how you need to play this game.